So coming to the sound chapter, so here if you see here, in our daily life, basically this is from morning to night, everyday life, we are hearing many sounds like moving fan is the most common sound we can hear. Washing machines, mixer grinders, moving trains. If you go to our school bells, every frequent interval of time, our friends talking, teachers are shouting, teachers are teaching in the class. Like so, of course, full day, all our life is like imagine with the full of conversations and hearing many sounds. So here, that is what you see that. What will happen if the electricity goes off? So as we know, generally, if you notice all the mixer grinders, washing machines, moving trains, or you take like a fan or our school electric bell, this all. If the electricity goes off, immediately what will happen, everybody? This all the devices will stop working. Am I right, everyone? Please respond, guys. Washing machine, fan,
Yes,
and
sir.
all. Yes. And then if they will stop working and you will not produce, they will not produce any kind of sound. So only when they will produce the sound, produce sound only when they are running with electricity. If the electricity is cut off, goes off, then definitely they will not produce a sound. So what does it mean here? If you notice it here, so during the working of this, all the devices, whatever if you have taken like a fan or a washing machine or everything, so here what is happening? A some amount of electrical energy, some amount of electrical energy is converting into what energy? Everybody. Some amount of electrical energy is converting into what energy, guys? Yes, please. Sound energy. Is it
Oh,
right or wrong? Please respond, everybody. So that is the reason if you have taken, like if you notice it, a train also. If the engine of a train stops, then we will not hear the sound. Not only train, any everything. If you take a car or a bike, if you start the engine, definitely it will start producing the sound. If you stop, definitely it is not. So here what is happening? This car, bike and all, we are putting the fuel. That is what a petrol or diesel or some other thing. So here what is happening? Some of the energy of the fuel, some of the energy of the fuel is converting into what energy? Everybody is converting into sound. So if you take in the case of electricity or in the case of now fuel vehicles, whatever it is, or in the case of us, you can see. Now I am speaking. Please respond, everybody, all of you. Are you all saying
yes,
yes? Yes. So when we speak, or me or you or some other XYZ, so we all knows that which energy converting into sound. Anybody can tell? Any one of you? If I speak now, which energy is converting into sound energy? Muscular energy. Very good, Mari. So the muscular energy, the muscles will start moving. That is what we say, of course, a vibrating. So the vibrating bodies only they'll produce us the sound. So the when we speak, some of our muscular energy, when we speak, if now I am speaking now, so some of my muscular energy will be converting into sound. That is how you can hear me. Now, so from this all, in the case of fan, electrical geyser, whatever it is, washing machine, mixer grinder, in the case of fuels like train, car, bike, some fuel energy converting into sound energy everywhere. So that is why we'll say from this all, first thing, a sound is a form of what? Everybody. Sound is a form of
energy.
energy. Okay. So, which produces the sensation of hearing? Which produces the sensation of hearing? So, will make us to communicate. So, when we hear the sound with the help of our ears, so then only we can start responding to the messages. It's like whatever the message we'll receive from the people. So only when we hear only we can respond to them. So that is what you have to remember it. Mr. Karthik Kasi, you joined the meeting very early, so now meeting is going to end very early. Don't join unless I send the link. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whomever it is. If you join early, the meeting will start automatically. So there is not. That's why. So in this chapter, what is our main aim? We will discuss how this sound is producing and how does it travel in a medium, and we will also discuss about the properties and applications of sound. Eighth class already you studied, but here more you will study. And this all the things like production of sound, propagation of sound, characteristics of a sound wave, characteristics of sound, reflection of sound, experimental verification of reflection of sound, echoes, reverberation, range of hearing, infrasonic waves and infrasounds, ultrasonic sound waves and ultrasounds, sonars, and the human ear. So these many things we are going to discuss in this chapter. That's why this is even one of the vast chapter and as well as one of the important chapter for ourselves. Many things in this you might be feel like you studied in class 8, like working of human ear, reflection, echoes and all. But here the numerical part also will be introduced in this sound chapter. Now, before going to study this all the things, let it be, we'll start with the concept of, as I told you, class 11th, we're having two chapters related to sound. One is what, everybody? Basics. One is oscillations and another one is what? All of you? Wave.
Wave.
So now we are going to discuss about the waves only. Introduction to waves. So wave. Keep heading everybody. Wave. Now, why I connected with the class 9th with 11th, you need to understand the importance of that. Now, here, if you miss these basics, there, there is no time to discuss the basics and study the basics. That's what. Wave. So, if you all notice it, everybody, how many of you throw any kind of a stone? For example, there is a water which is a very stagnant, like unmoving water is present, or in our home also you can see. If the water is present, now, if you have been disturbed with your hand, or let it a small pebble or a stone I have been dropped. Have you all experienced it? Like a concentric circles, like waves are started moving. If you disturb the water, the waves are moving from that center where you drop the mass. From there, the waves will start moving backward. Have you noticed it, everybody? Yes, please, all of you. I want response from the people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that
Yes,
is
sir.
what actually we stress. You are disturbing the water. The disturbance in water is only basically we used to call it as what is to call, guys? Yes, please.
Wave.
Waves. Clear? So when we disturb the water waves, understand water waves, when we disturb the water waves by putting a stone or something, then that is what we used to call it as wave. So please note it. So like you can say, for example, yeah, you might be all experience the figure what I'm going to show you now. If you throw the stone in the water, this is how you all notice it. Am I right, guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you can experience it. Multiple stones if you put or any bug is moving. So this is how you can experience it. This is what we used to call it as waves. Okay. So the particles of water, like a stone will disturb the particles of water. So these particles of water will start vibrating and disturbing the neighboring particles. So wherever the stone drops, that area the water particles are disturbed and they got some energy. So this energy will be shared with the next neighbor particles, next. So it will be keep on exchanging vibration. So these neighbors particles will start vibrating and further disturbing the particles next to them, next to them, next to them. So making them to vibrate, and this process will go on, disturbing the whole surface of water. It will go maximum distance. You can see that everybody. You all can experience it. Am I right, guys? If you're having a water tank, you can just drop a small, and you can see that waves will go till to walls of the container. Am I right, everybody? Please respond, guys, all of you.
Yes, sir.
That is only call it as a wave. So the disturbance in water, which we can call it as a wave. Okay, so please write it. The disturbance in water is called it as a wave, but that is not the definition. Just I want to make it explain. Then what is a wave? Write it. A wave is the phenomena. Have you noticed that I said you neighboring particles to the next, they are disturbing? That is what we used to call it as a wave. So why wave is not happening in a small amount of water? That's what the particles are larger, vibrating is more. Understand, Abhirami? So that wave, of course, small water also you will notice it, but it will be ends very fastly. That's why you not notice it. Understand, Abhirami? Clear? So
Yes, sir.
before experiencing, it will be disappear. So right, wave is the phenomenon. Wave is the phenomenon of movement of disturbance. Movement of disturbance in a medium. In a medium, at least new chapter, write neatly notes. In a medium, which is due to the what? Everybody. Due to the what, everyone? Vibration of the particles. Vibration of the particles of the medium. So the particles which are present in the medium will get vibrated one after one. That will only leads to the what? Formation of waves. Clear, everybody? All of you understand? Please respond. Meeting is
Yes.
going to end. I'll share the another meeting. You join it. Please don't join before I send the link because it will automatically carry on. That's the problem. Next. Any doubt? Anybody? Clear? Abrami?
Yes,
Rasani
sir.
clear? Alfin? Understand? Mr. Kishore? Gokul?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Please ask. So that's what you have to remember. Okay. So now, if you notice it here, so these particles of water in this case, basically, they will vibrate up and down about their mean position. Means from their position, they will start going up and down, up and down. That is why you can notice it. When the wave forms, you can see the particles are rising up and going down. That is what we used to call it as a wave. So, when a wave travels from one point to the another, so from the point where you drop the pebble, so from that point to the another, so what will happen here? In this case, the energy is transferred and the particles of water vibrates at that position. So wherever the energy is transferred at that point, that particle from its mean position, like a pendulum is in rest now. This is what we used to call it as mean position. What is this call it as, all of you? Mean position.
Me.
Now, if it will get energy, what will happen? It will start doing the oscillation. This is what we used to call it as. From its mean position, it will make to and fro motion, to and fro motion. That is what we used to call it as. What we used to call everybody. That is only
Oscillation.
call it as oscillation, or we can say vibration. So the wave transfers only energy, not the matter. That is very, very important. Particles will never transfer. Wherever the water particles are there, the particles are in same position. Just from the mean position, they will just make vibrate up and down. They will vibrate up and down. Okay, only what will transfer, everybody? Mare, only energy transferred. Energy only will transfer.